Hello YouTube, my name is Deathmilk and I'd like to welcome you to my video where we are going to talk about electronic arts and what this company can do to get back into our good graces. For reference, EA is a long-standing juggernaut in the gaming industry and one of the leaders in game making. But with that comes a long reputation for poor business practices like purchasing small game companies and running them into the ground, as well as ruthless microtransaction and loot box schemes that makes headlines, causing new consideration of legislation against these types of predatory practices. So to say that this video would make all that go away is an understatement, and I fully understand the frustration and concern boasted by the Jim Sterlings and the Young Years of the world. EA have killed a lot of my favorite game companies like Westwood, Bullfrog, Pandemic, Maxis, Visceral, and of course DreamWorks Interactive, just to name a few. Let's pretend that EA is listening for the moment and that they want to improve the company before they get another award for top 10 most hated companies in America that they basically receive almost every year. I think the top management of EA really needs to have a shake-up and must be reorganized, especially on loot boxes, microtransactions, and of course the infamous statement that single-player games is going away narrative. Then they must focus on Origin. Why is it in 2018 we still can't purchase old games like Battlefield 1942 or Battlefield 2 that, by the way, Steam, a competitor of Origin, is still selling Battlefield 2, so there is no excuse, EA. There is so many games that still needs to be added to the library of games that EA holds and can't be purchased online anywhere else. A good example of this would be Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit and the Lord of the Rings series Battle for Middle-earth. And if they add these old games, they must have Windows 10 support and a resolution update from the get-go. For instance, I still can't play Red Alert 2, so now I need to rely on third-party applications just to try to run the damn thing, because it doesn't have any official Windows 10 support. And that brings me to the second topic. One of the Jimperations videos that I recently watched really hit close to home when Jim Sterling talked about the AAA publishers not making AA games, or mid-shelf games as he put it, and I feel the same bloody way. To add another point to the concept is EA muster up funds and resources to remake all the old games and update them with better graphics, physics and music. Along with that, mod integration will be also welcome. Sort of a Steam Workshop project. What I mean is I want to see game bundles like Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit and Need for Speed 4 High Stakes with all the improvements and good ideas compiled into one game bundle, with the addition of graphics and remastered sounds, new and old maps with their effects, and out of this world newly modeled cars, old and new, compiled into one game. And a bonus would be a track maker and mod support. In this game, I would not want to see an open world or a narrative campaign mode with cutscenes, no microtransactions, and the game cost must not exceed $34. There doesn't have to be a huge budget and sales estimation for the game in the billions of dollars. No, this will be a mid-shelf game. This idea of compiling and remastering should also be expected for the Underground series, because people are dying to get their hands on the proper modern Need for Speed Underground 2 games and not a payback title. And EA should waste no time in developing and remastering the iconic Burnout series. On the topic of remaking classics, they need to take another shot at the Command & Conquer series. This is definitely a market for the game series. It's just that EA really needs to understand the RTS and hardcore CNC fans, especially from the beginning of the development process, to make it a success. And it really isn't that hard to achieve this goal. EA must learn out of their past mistakes, and it's clear that the community wants and expects a Command & Conquer that have a base building RTS strategy elements with no microtransactions or free-to-play schemes. It must have good graphics, skirmish battles, and balanced and varied gameplay. A good campaign with cutscenes is also very welcome, and it shouldn't be cartoony like Red Alert 3. I mean, it really looked out of place and weird. I will admit that it wasn't too bad of a game, but coming from the heels of Red Alert 1 and 2, it was, at least for me, a real disappointment. So in other words, the remake of Command & Conquer Red Alert, Command & Conquer Generals and the Tiberium series must happen. But my next point is actually one of the easiest way EA can get what they want, meaning a quick buck, and ask the players a new Battlefield game. And that is releasing Battlefield 1943. for the new consoles and of course for the PC. There are so many people that love the game and it was a commercial success. It is also in the lines of what I was talking about earlier, that games doesn't have to be AAA budget and scope and can be a small game. Battlefield 1943 is a very memorable game and will sell well. It does need a bit of work. So more maps, more guns and bigger player count must be added. And for the last thing I really want is multiplayer and single player bot support for games like the Crisis series, the Battlefield 1943, Battlefield Bad Company series and Battlefield 3 and 4. These games are getting older and still there is fans playing this game, even if it's just a few people. Adding bot support will help the cause of online games not dying off, and it will be played for more years to come. This will make many people happy that just want to play these games on their own or with their friends and just have fun. I still know that people would like to play Battlefield 3 and Bad Company multiplayer, but in many countries ping is horrible and the player count is very low. This will be a great love letter to the loyal fans still waiting to purchase the Battlefield series and other games. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, these are all the issues that I really wanted to make known to EA and to anyone who wants to listen. At the end of the day, we are all just gamers. So let me know in the comments any ideas you may have. Peace out.